All right, Mustang Mach E versus the Tesla Model Y. Okay, this is my first Tesla ever. In the history of my life, I've never sat in one. I've never ridden in one. I've seen a lot of them, read about them on the internet, but I've never never got to play with one. This is the Mustang Mach E GT, and you know we've played with this. Now, one thing I want to say, and it's not altogether, I don't mean this negative, it's just a observation. The Tesla doesn't know that it's a car. The Tesla thinks that it's a spaceship. Elon created a spaceship. If the wheel's tucked underneath like the DeLorean did, this is in the air in about a half of a second. It has a huge TV screen right there in the center. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just it doesn't have a gauge pod in the center of the wheel. There's no physical buttons. The screen does everything. Now, the Mustang still has a whole bunch of screens and things like that, but it has a grille. Also, one thing that the Mustang Mach E has that I want to bring to your attention is it's not much of a gauge cluster, but it does have something in front of the steering wheel. It has a massive screen in the center, not as big as the Teslas, but it is there. Now, I'm not saying this derogatory. I'm just saying at the end of the day, these are still cars. That Tesla doesn't know that it's a car. Like I said, that's a spaceship. The Mustang can be a spaceship. The Mustang Mach E, excuse me. Let me add those words together. I will not make a mistake again and call it just a Mustang. The Mustang Mach E is a spaceship, but at the end of the day, it knows that it is a car. It was designed as a car. Now, with all that big-winded, long-gusted stuff, let's jump in here and see the differences between these two. I can't keep making first videos, so we're just gonna combine them. Look, it notices when there's cars. Look at that. It's figuring out what it is. Look, we're going to see this one. It's going to come right up on us in the front. Look, it's like pissed off. It's like, no! This is pretty cool, man. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Look, it knows where the cars are, and it comes to a complete stop all by itself. I haven't touched anything. That's amazing. Watch. We'll speed up a little bit. Let off. Here it comes. It's all stopping by itself. This is way over my head. Way too much for the hobby. This Tesla Model Y stops by itself. This is my first time ever being here. Quit making fun of me. This is amazing. You ready? So we're accelerating. We're at 10 miles an hour, 11 miles an hour. I didn't touch anything. I didn't do anything. All right, so we're really going to put this starting and stopping to the test. Here we go. I hope it stops before it hits that tree. That's all I got to say. All right, 15 miles an hour. Oh, look at that. And remember, I'm not touching anything. This is crazy. Elon, this is way over my head, bruh. Way over my head. Now that is a backup camera. This is the first time I put it in reverse. Holy cow. Look at that. My first experience in a Tesla acceleration. This is a Model Y. I'm not kidding. I've never been in one. Let's do this. Oh. I thought this was supposed to be faster than a speeding bullet. Huh. The Mach E is going to absolutely smoke this. Using the turn signal in the Model Y. There are cameras on every single panel, everywhere. This is amazing. I know you guys are making fun of me, and I'm sorry I'm acting like a complete and total bumpkin that never comes off the mountain. I've never been in one of these. This is amazing. I don't know how I really feel about no screen and gauges in front of me. I don't know how I feel about looking in the center all the time, but everything's there. I mean, you don't need anything else.
Now, after all the tech, we have to actually look at the interior. And to be honest, this is a horrible place to be. Plain, bare, like a wasteland. It's just synthetic material everywhere. The glass roof is cool. Thank God for the glass roof. Otherwise, this has as much appeal as burnt toast. throughout this entire comparison. I have tried to not let my Ford biases show through, but when you look at the interior after getting out of the Tesla to the Mach E, the Mach E's interior is 78 million times better. This is a filet mignon compared to unseasoned Brussels sprouts.
All right, now this car has tinted windows on it, but it's just a different feeling. Now, I'm sure I can set it up, but the regenerative braking is not turned on quite as hard as it was on the Tesla. I actually have to use the brake pedal in this car. The Tesla, you really do not need a brake pedal, but it is nice in here. You're looking out through the sky, roof. The screen is huge. It's more of a vertical screen as opposed to a horizontal in the Tesla. I do like this though, and maybe I can't break away. Maybe I'm weird for change and I can't break away from the old school, but I like having something in front of the steering wheel to act as a gauge cluster. The Tesla doesn't have that. Is that a bad thing? I guess it's more of a preference. It's entirely up to you. But here's the inside of the Mach E. But see, in the Mustang, you still have, the screen doesn't control everything. You can't even open the glove box without the screen in the Tesla. So that's just one thing that I did notice. One of the biggest differences between these two cars, the screen does everything in the Tesla. The screen only does 90% of the stuff in the Mach E. They're coming, Case, they're coming. Don't worry about it. Oh my God, this thing is just wicked fast. Didn't want to get out of the Mach E and not show you because I was freaking out about all the camera settings in the Tesla. I mean, the Mach E's got a few camera settings as well. Here's a 360 all the way around. But anyway, so it has its own cameras as well. I just wanted to let people know that. It has a good camera system as well. And it has Copilot, Ford's Copilot 360 right there. So that's your hands-free driving like the Tesla. Man, I'm starting to fall in love with the Mach E. Is that bad? Damn. All right, so here's the final breakdown from me. The Tesla Model Y versus the Mustang Mach E. If you've never experienced an electric car, never driven, never ridden in one, you should. It's definitely an experience. The one thing I want to say about the Tesla is nice, the fit and finish is okay, but everything is so sparse. There's a few window switches, a couple cup holders. The screen does everything, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the Model Y, I think the way that I feel is it forgot that it was a car. Elon forgot that he built a car. That's a spaceship. Over here with the Mach E, and what I mean by that, it's not a bad thing. I mean, I like the Jetsons. It's just the Mach E looks more like a traditional car. Maybe Elon didn't want it to go that way. Maybe he wanted something groundbreaking, but it's got gauges in front of the steering wheel. It looks more car-like. There's more buttons. Everything's not controlled by that screen, almost, but not completely.